What is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video on the NFL Beast Picks Week 15, reigning 48, back here again.
I'm barely alive.
Ah, no, you good. You're all fine.
No, I'm just
Oh,
saying from the stomach bug, I'm barely
oh yeah,
alive.
yeah, yeah. That sucks. Well, hope you get better on that. So, uh,
Yeah, I'm sure by next week I will, but in the process of also having a torn apart house, so
yeah. Look at it all. It's coming. Good thing it's coming. Uh, anyways, So the picks are the last week. It was a close one again. But I got 9-5, 7-7 for you. That was the wins and losses.
yep.
Yep. But yeah, so solid. All right. So first game, Thursday night football, Amazon. 8:15 Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
The Bucks are a 4-point favorite.
after they just lost to the Saints.
Yes. Well, to
Um,
be fair, the Falcons didn't score a single touchdown against the who'd they have? The Seahawks.
well, yeah, it's the
They didn't
Seahawks.
score an offensive touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah. Division game. Buccaneers kind of needed, especially after dropping to the Saints. Panthers are catching up. Actually, they're tied right now, but the Buccaneers have the tiebreaker currently. But nonetheless, they need to get this win. Urgency. I think the Buccaneers get it done. Uh, I'm gonna say 24-14. Buccaneers.
I'm gonna go with the safe pick as well here. If we're being completely fair, the only good thing that any of these teams do is Atlanta's really good at running the ball. Tampa Bay's really good at stopping the run. So if everything else is kind of up in the air, I'm sooner going to take Tampa's pass game than I would Atlanta's. Give me Tampa 27, Atlanta 12.
Okay. All right. Now the Sunday games. We have the Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals.
The Ravens are a 2.5-point favorite.
I mean,
2 weeks away from already just losing to the same team and losing last week and
yeah,
on the road.
but the Bengals lost last week too, to be fair. Um, eh. They only have a 1% chance of, by the way, getting in the playoffs, and that would be in the division, the Bengals. If they lose here, they are out. Um, but even if they win, there's still a lot of things would have to happen. For
Microcosm.
Yeah, a lot of things would have to happen. So, I mean, I don't see them getting into the playoffs, but they still mathematically have a shot. Uh, but a lot of things would have to align. Nonetheless, I like more of what I seen from the Bengals last week than I seen from the Ravens. Ravens have been just really struggling. The Bengals were playing pretty good against the Bills until Burrow decided to just throw it on the flat and pick six happened. Um, I'm going with the Bengals. I'm gonna say 20-14. Close game. Bengals do eke it out and win.
I'm going to go with the Ravens here. Um, I think last week was a deflating blow for the Bengals. They did officially lose one of their top defensive stars with Trey Hendrickson for the remainder of the regular season. Um, and I think Baltimore's going to know that it's desperation time if they want to get into a playoff spot here. So I'm going to say Baltimore ekes it out. I'm going to say it's like a tight game. Give me 21-20 Baltimore.
All right. All right, next we have the Las Vegas Raiders at the Philadelphia Eagles.
I mean, the Eagles haven't been playing well, but the Raiders are horrible. The Eagles are an 11.5 point favorite.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me, even though the Eagles have been playing bad. The Raiders have been just utter shit. So, I mean, I think they will win this. I think the Eagles will win this game, um, despite their poor play as of late. Um, There's not much really to get onto. I mean, hopefully, I mean, for the Eagles' sake, their offense gets a little better. Actually, from my perspective, I kind of hope they lose, but I don't think they will. I'm going to say the Eagles win. I don't think it's going to be a lopsided win because the Eagles have been struggling. So I'm going to give it a balance of a 24-13 win for the Eagles. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think they're going to get enough points to kind of just hold them out because the Raiders aren't going to do anything offensively.
I mean, end of the day, last week or on Monday, that was the best case scenario for both you and I. Um,
Well, yeah, because the kicker got me into the playoffs.
well, beyond that, that that got you guys a leg up on Philadelphia, and it assists with kind of keeping Kansas City and Houston at bay with keeping the Chargers in control of their destiny. Um,
Chiefs can't win their division now, too.
I know that.
Yeah.
And that can be locked up pretty much this week. Um,
Right now, they only have a chance for a wild card spot if they get that.
I'm going with Philadelphia, and if I'm not mistaken, for them to get it, they almost have to guarantee they win out.
For the Eagles winning the
No,
are
for
you talking about the Chiefs?
yes, for the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
yeah, I think the Chiefs might have to win out, but a lot of
Um,
things also might have to happen for them as well, too.
yeah, it's well, that's the thing. I think they would have to win out, and they still have like two or three scenarios that have to happen as well. And I mean it's doable, and it's the NFL, so it's probably going to happen. But I'm going to go with the Eagles in this game. If the Raiders were smart, they would put the ball in Kenny Pickett's hands and see what he can do. Geno Smith is clearly not the answer. That has
I mean, you're
gone
out of the playoffs anyway, so I don't know why you just not try something,
because the
try a
biggest
different
issue
quarterback.
is you've got Geno Smith who you extended for 3 years, 71 million, who is on for the next 2 years, which is looking almost worse than that Deshaun Watson contract. Almost, almost.
I wouldn't go that far.
I said almost. It's still not. It's still not there. I'm going with Philadelphia here. I'm going to say they get the offense right. I'm going to go 31-7, Philly.
Okay. All right. So now we have the Arizona Cardinals at the Houston Texans.
The Texans are a 9.5 point favorite.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise the Cardinals. They're just not there, man.
The Cardinals are not a team. Their offense is non-existent.
Yeah, it's just they've been abysmal. They didn't even try to show up against the Rams. I mean, they would have lost the Rams anyways, but they didn't seem like they really tried in that game. Texans. I mean, kind of surprised at that. I mean, their defense is it's really good.
For
And
real.
against, yeah, it's a for real defense. And against a team that isn't playing good offensively, I don't see any way that they really get that many points. I'm going to say the Texans win. I'm going to say 26-6, uh, Texans.
I'm going to tell you right now, as a Bills fan that is hopeful for the best to get into the playoffs still, because I'm not counting those as guarantees. If that happens, Houston is a team that terrifies me to see. They have what's firing as a top three defense in the league right now.
Well, if you guys are both,
That
if the Texans and the Bills end up being still wild card teams at the end of the season, they probably won't play each other for a while, assuming they get to the conference championship games, respectively.
yes, but it would depend on I guess who comes into seven. Because if I'm being honest here, I don't think New England is going to be a playoff caliber team. I'll get on that in a bit. Um, I okay. Houston though, really good defense, top three. I'm gonna say that they're gonna pitch a shutout here. Jacoby Brissett's been pretty good.
You're
Michael
not
Wilson's
even you're
coming
not
out
gonna
of the
even give them field goals here like I did.
no. They're lighting up the top quarterbacks in the league right now. Like Patrick Mahomes got nothing on them last week. Um, I I don't think their offense is great. I'm gonna call it 24 nothing.
Okay. All right, we got the LA Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs.
The Chiefs are a 4.5 point favorite.
Eh, I guess that's just more of the Kansas City Chief love at that point.
I think
Um,
it's got a lot to do still with the injuries for the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers are necessarily good. I just don't think the Eagles are necessarily good either.
you mean the Chiefs? Oh, you're oh wait, no. Yeah,
From
oh,
last week.
yeah,
Yeah, from last week. I don't think the Chargers deserved to have won that game.
but they
I
did
think
because the
the
Eagles
Eagles
are
kind
sucking.
of gave them that game.
And that's what kind of annoys me about them as a Packers fan because I feel like if our offense had played like we've been playing the last couple of weeks, we could have won that game because our defense like killed them. It really pisses me off that we didn't win against them, but that's what happens. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a division game. It could go either way. Um, you talk about the injury stuff. Uh, the
Kansas
Chiefs are
City's dealing with it too, though.
they're dealing with that too. Uh, they got Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that's really the only best thing right now is Patrick Mahomes, but even then, he's not really playing the best either. Um, it's in Kansas City, so I think I'm just gonna go with Kansas City here because it's a tough toss up. I think it's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do 17-16. I'm gonna say it's a 1 point game. Chiefs
You're
win.
you're pulling the same thing I pulled with the divisional Ravens Bengals game before.
Yeah.
I respect it. I kind of feel the same. I'm going with the Chiefs on this. More or less because I think the NFL is going to find a way to will this Chiefs are going to have a shot. If not get in, they're going to have a shot to get in the playoffs. Um, it will be a close game though. I would love nothing more than to see them lose and end it.
And again,
So
that keeps the Chargers in contention for the division right now because they still have a chance to win their division right now.
they sure do, but I would
If they
love
win this
nothing
game.
more than to see Kansas City lose and it's over. Um, but I'm going with the Chiefs
We're
here. Give
guaranteed a
me
new AFC champion if the Chiefs don't
yeah,
make the playoffs.
and it preserves the Bills' four straight Super Bowl victories. That means that the Chiefs couldn't go to four straight.
Yep.
Um, give me the Chiefs 27, the Chargers 24.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here's the game. The Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots.
The Bills are 1.5 point favorite.
Oh, they got him at a pick 'em.
I think the reason that this is such a big debate right now is the Bills did have a lot of injuries that first game, and they played
Took him for
horrific
granted.
football.
Took him for granted.
Yep, and they played horrific football and gave Drake May the ball 3 times, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm not looking down on Drake May. I think he's a very, very good quarterback. I also think that defense is lights out. Now, for the bad thing, their strength of schedule is one of the bottom three of the league. So they have not had great opponents this year. And I think that's going to be the big thing that's going to kill them in the playoffs. They also, depending on how long he is out, Milton Williams are starting nose tackle. Once Williams disappeared from the lineup when he got injured in week 11, their run game has fallen apart. They went from like preventing and being under 70 yards a game to allowing over 105 yards a game to the run. So it is night and day different to New England now. You gotta hope that Williams gets healthy for the playoffs, but then you also have to hope that playing a higher caliber of teams come the playoff doesn't bite you in the ass. That 7 seed, if it ends up being the Chiefs, I think could be a nightmare for the Patriots being a young team as a 2 seed. Um, this being said, I think
That's
this
assuming they
week,
don't get the 1 seed.
I think if the Bills
I,
beat them here, I think they could still very well lose to the Ravens.
but my team might beat the other team that's the number 1 seed right now. We're playing them today. We'll get to that later, but the Packers, we're playing them later. We're playing them this week. So if the Broncos lose,
No, I don't think that is going to happen.
uh,
Um,
we'll get to that
the
later.
only benefit for you there is that the Broncos offense is also not firing on all cylinders. Um, I'm gonna go with Buffalo's gonna get it done here. They know that they have their backs to the wall. I don't think they're winning the division. I think they have less than 11% chance of winning the division. It will officially be done if they lose on Sunday. I think they have to worry about the playoffs before anything. Give me the Bills 28, the Pats 20.
I do agree with one thing. I do believe the Buffalo Bills will win here. They took them for granted against New England early on or at Buffalo when they played them earlier. I don't see them dropping another one to the Patriots again, especially they're much better right now than they were back then. Allen is lights out. When he's lights out, he's lights out. And I expect there's going to be some urgency with Josh Allen right from the beginning to get right up on these guys because they didn't do it in the first game. And I see the Buffalo Bills winning this game. And I think they make a statement in this game. I do think this is a two-score game. I think the Bills beat them. I'm going to say 31 to 20. Bills win, and they make a statement. I think they need to make a statement here on the Patriots and show that they are a force to be reckoned with because what they did in the early season, that's just not going to fly. You can't take a team like this for granted, especially like you said, the Patriots really haven't played that much competition. And this is, they're stretched. There's a couple games where they could, besides this one, that they could lose. When I was looking over some of their teams that they're playing. So I see the Bills get the done here and win 31 to 20. Bills. All right. Next we have the New York Jets at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Jaguars tie the highest spread of the week at the moment because there's two higher, 11.5 point favorite for the Jags.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Jacksonville Jaguars here. There's nothing that screams to me that the Jets are going to pull up the upset here. I mean, Tyrod's in there, but I mean, I didn't know. Is he start? He's not starting though.
I don't know what his health is. He got hurt and he was replaced with
What Fields?
Brady Cook.
Oh, so they didn't even put Fields out there.
Nope.
So yeah, okay, and then that makes it even worse. Then, like, I mean, the quarterback said we don't even have Tyrod's their best quarterback on their depth chart right now, and he's not really particularly doing that much either, even because it's just overall bad team right now. Jacksonville with Indiana Jones being injured and is gone for the rest of the year. Jacksonville pretty much won that game, and then I don't see anything happening now. I think Jacksonville will win the division now in the AFC South, and I think there's nothing to suggest that, like I said, the Jets can do anything against the Jaguars. I'm gonna say 26 to 13. Jacksonville easily wins.
I mean, last week I thought the Jets would put up more of a fight against the Dolphins, and they got absolutely trounced. And that's speaking lightly, given that Miami's top running back got injured. Um, I'm going to say the Jags absolutely just throttle them here. Give me 38 to 10, Jacksonville.
Yep. All right. Washington Commanders skins against the New Jersey Giants.
Giants are a 2.5 point favorite.
Game can go either way. I mean, both these two teams, division rivals, they're eliminated. They're both eliminated. Um, Playoff contention. Commanders looked like complete shit against the Vikings. Um, and the Giants have been inconsistent all year. Um, go either way. I'm just gonna say the Giants win 13 to 10.
I'm also going with the Giants here. I think the Commanders have to address in the offseason what is going on with Jaden Daniels. Um, could just be a sophomore slump. Could be what we're seeing in
Well, he
Houston with
also had
CJ
injuries
Stroud.
too.
But it could be either or. It's still something that has to be addressed. Um, did not a good year in Washington. Definitely regression for a team that thought that they had a chance of being taking the next step for a playoff team, given that they had the run of the NFC or title game last year. Um, I'm going with the Giants here. Give me 20-10 Giants.
All right. Next, the last 1 o'clock game. The Cleveland Browns at the Chicago Bears.
The Bears are a 7.5 point favorite.
Well, Shador Sanders is officially the starter for the rest of the season, which is probably the best thing that the Browns could ever do in this season of stupid decision making for the Cleveland Browns. Um, the Bears lost to my Packers. We still own them. Um, you know, a lot of people are gonna say that because the Browns are a crappy team, that this could be a easy win for the Bears. I don't see that. I think Shador's going to play spoiler here. I think they're going to win this game. I think they're going to beat the Bears, just like how they somehow beat us earlier in the year. Uh, Shador is showing progression. You hear all these things about it's a crappy team. The Titans are a crappy team. People seem to forget that the Browns are a crappy team. And they were even much worse without Shador Sanders in the lineup. I'm going to, especially with the defense. Hopefully, Stefanski doesn't do stupid Wildcats anymore and cost his team the game like they did in that 2 point conversion. Um, I'm going to say the Cleveland Browns get it done. I'm going to say this is the upset of the week. I'm going to say 27-20 Cleveland Browns. That's the pin drop right there.
Bears are going to win. I don't even know. I'm not going to fight with you here. Did you not send me something about Shador Sanders and Tom Brady were the only two quarterbacks in their third game of their starting season to have the same number of yards?
That was actually Joe Burrow as a rookie.
No, that was Tom Brady.
No, there's Joe Burrow, and then there was also I sent the autogram thing too to you.
No, you sent me a Tom Brady one also. I'm positive of that. Um, I'm going with the Bears. Bears aren't dropping two in a row. They're too tight in that division or in that division to do that. Um, even if the Browns defenses look good, give me Chicago 21, Cleveland 10.
Okay. All right. The first 425 game. Um, um, all right. The Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints, 425.
The Panthers are a 2.5 point favorite.
Okay. Obviously the Panthers are vying for a playoff berth, slash possibly winning their division. The Saints just upset the Buccaneers. But I don't see that happening a second week. Uh, I'm going to say the Panthers win. Uh, Give me 24 to 16. Panthers.
Yeah, I'm going with the Panthers as well. The Tyler Shug magic is running out. Carolina's going to see the pay dirt, and they know they have to catch up on that. I'm going to say Carolina gets it done 31 to 20.
All right. Next 425 game. The Detroit Lions at the LA Rams.
The Rams are a 5.5 point favorite.
So this is an interesting one. This is the battle of the trade, right? The Stafford Goff trade, so to speak. But the Lions right now are not in the playoffs. And the Rams are trying to position themselves for winning the division slash the number one seed. 'Cause right now they're in the number one seed position. Um, I think there's going to be some urgency from the Lions. Um, and after the Rams lost to the Panthers 2 weeks ago, I do think they are a team that can be beat. Um, I'm going to say the Detroit Lions do win the game. I think Dan Campbell's going to go on all cylinders with his fourth down strategy, and I think they do get the job done. I am going to say it is 26-23 Detroit Lions.
I am also going Detroit here. I think it's stinks of desperation. Dan Campbell knows he needs to pull it off to stay in the hunt. Um, they played a very strong game last week against the Dallas team that's been surging. Hung, I believe, 44 points.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's the same defense, but you hang 31 on the Rams, you should be able to
Yeah.
compete. I'm going to say it's a close game also. I'm going to say 35-31 Detroit pulls it
Yeah.
off.
And when you're in a situation where you have three good teams in the North and you have three good teams in the West, there might be a possibility that
That
someone
someone's
will
going to
be
miss out.
miss out. You know, a point to bring up. But anyways, next we have the Indianapolis Colts at the Seattle Seahawks.
The
425 game.
Indianapolis Colts led by.
Who knows?
No, it's
But we
expected to
know
be
that
Philip
Philip
Rivers.
Rivers is on the practice squad.
He's expected to be the starter as long as he remembers the playbook.
That's going
Um,
to be, well, isn't it a different playbook from 2020?
it's pretty identical.
Well, no,
Seahawks.
I'm assuming he's wearing number 7 because
I have no clue.
Daniel Jones is wearing 17, so he can't wear 17.
Seahawks are a 13.5 point favorite.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because I don't think we've ever had a situation where somebody comes out of retirement 5 years later. Like we've seen it like a year removed, but 5 years, that's going to be very interesting to see how this is going to turn out. Uh,
Especially since it reset his Hall of Fame clock, and he's now done this since having a grandchild. Is he the first player in NFL history to play having a grandchild?
no, Brett Favre was.
Okay.
And probably what's his name? Um
Morton Anderson?
Blanda, George Blanda, because he was like
Okay.
what 40, he was like 46 when he retired.
Well, Morton
Uh
Anderson was 51.
he was?
I thought he was.
I don't know if people I don't know if they've ever played the because I actually know Blanda was actually 48. George Blanda was 48. He was the oldest. He played in the era when he retired, like when it was like 75, 1975. He was a NFL quarterback and a kicker from 1948 when they still had the non-face mask helmets and his rookie year. And then he retired in 70. Well, he was cut, but 75 was when he officially retired because that was the last time he played. And he was like 48 years old. So yeah,
Well, I guess he played 25 years, but he was only 40, and I'm stunned by that. I thought Morton Anderson was way older.
yeah, yeah. Blanda's the oldest. Blandis is the oldest. He was 48 when he retired. Um, but yeah, getting back to the Colts, it's going to be interesting to see what Philip Rivers exactly is going to be able to do physically, because again, it's been 5 years. Hopefully, he stayed in shape all this time. I'm assuming he stayed in shape because that's the only reason why I think you would be able to even remotely consider signing him. But it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough go, especially since 1 year removed from retirement is one thing, but 5 years, that's a whole different animal. Seattle is a really good team. I don't see the Colts winning no matter who they have. Um, Give me the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle's playing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm scared more of the Seahawks than the Rams right now. Seattle has just just dominated. I don't know how they lost to the Rams because they just look real. They look like a complete team. Um, Seahawks win. I'm gonna say it is 28 to. I don't know where I could put this. 28-16. I'll give them 16 for the Colts. I just don't know where the Colts are going to be at.
Seahawks are going to throttle him. Also, I was wrong. Wikipedia was wrong. Morton Anderson was 47. Um,
So he just missed.
he's the second oldest NFL player behind Blanda. Um, but yes, I'm going to say Seahawks absolutely destroy them. Give me 41 to 9.
Okay. All righty. All right. The next 425 game is my Green Bay Packers at the Denver Broncos.
The Packers are a 2.5 point favorite.
Should be more, but Broncos obviously have a pretty good record, and it's in Denver. Um, I think, of course, I'm going to say my Packers win, but I do think we're going to beat them. Our division, what division's on the line, but the seeding is on the line too. We have a possibility of getting the number one seed if we play our cards right, and win out. And because I do think the Rams are going to lose, whether it be this week or at some point. I do think they will lose again. Um, so I think we're in throttle position, especially since we had a tie with Dallas to get the number one seed. The Broncos have been inconsistent in a lot of their wins that they've had to come from behind in a lot of their wins. Uh, we have a more complete team, in my opinion, with our no- with our defense, Parsons, which I think is going to play better even in this game. And then if our offense again plays the way they play, there's no one I think that can beat us. And we now have Jaden Daniels back. We have a complete receiving core. So I'm very confident in our receivers, especially with Jaden Daniels back now. Or I'm sorry, not Jaden Reed back now. Um, and obviously Christian Watson is just, you know, he's just going all out. And then we got Dobbs on the slot. And then even like our fifth string wide receiver, Milton, got that wide open touchdown. Yeah, man, I think the Packers, I think we win. I'm gonna give the Broncos a little credit here. I think it is gonna be, I think it's gonna be a close game because I think the Broncos are gonna keep fighting like the Bears did. But I think we're gonna lead for most of the game and we are gonna finish them off. Give me 31 to 28. Packers. Go Pack go. Let's keep it going.
If the biggest argument there is that you're fighting for seeding, so are the Broncos.
Well, yeah.
Given a head to head, I'm going to take the Broncos defense over the Packers defense. Yes, I will tell you the Packers have a better offense. Um, but you're also playing in Denver. I'm going to say
That is my
the
worry too.
Bronco.
It's in Denver. That's my worry too. It's in Denver.
What?
I said that is my worry too, that it is in Denver. We do play better at home.
Yeah,
I do.
and it's a total different monster playing at Mile High. I'm going to say Denver ekes it out. I'm not saying it's a blowout. Give me 24-21 Broncos.
Okay. Um, Next game, we have the Tennessee Titans at the San Francisco 49ers, 425.
That is the Niners are a 12.5 point favorite.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. Titans suck. Um, Again, another scenario where a team definitely needs, you know, contention for the wild card or contention of possibly winning their division still. I think they're the third wheel, but they still have a chance at the division. Um, Purdy has played okay. Um, he's still coming back from an injury, but he's still doing enough to win these games, which they need to do. I'm gonna say the 49ers easily win. Because again, doesn't really do much against a crappy team. You're gonna look better against a crappy team. Give me 27 to 10 49ers.
I mean, yeah, the Titans are not good. Last week was kind of an anomaly. I don't care what Cam Moore did. End all be all, Titans are bad against the run. I'm saying CMC runs this game for himself. Give me the Niners 35, the Titans 10.
All right. Sunday Night Football, Minnesota Vikings at the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys are a 6 point favorite.
Yeah, I see the Dallas Cowboys winning because the Vikings have just not been good. And the Cowboys are sort of playing better lately. So I'm gonna say the Cowboys easily get this done. Um 28-13 Dallas Cowboys.
I'm going Cowboys too. The Vikings are not good. Last week, I think, was just kind of a weird scenario. Um, JJ McCarthy sucks, plain and simple. Um, Give me the Cowboys. I'm going to go Cowboys 38, Vikings 10.
Okay. Miami Dolphins at the Pittsburgh Steelers Monday Night Football.
Steelers are a 3.5 point favorite. Miami 6-7. They're in the mix. I'm
Yeah.
not taking Miami. There
Good.
somebody needs to
Finally,
end.
discount double
Somebody
check.
needs somebody needs to end Miami's dreams. Um, Pittsburgh knows they're in for it. This is a game they should win. I mean, I'd be dumbfounded if they don't. If they don't, they really deserve to lose. Give me the Steelers 24, Miami 14.
Yes, I also think the Pittsburgh Steelers win. Aaron Rodgers played very good last week. And against the Dolphins team, I think he'll do that as well. They know that they're in a division where they can win it now with them beating the Ravens. Um, So yeah, Mike Tom's got them all fired up, I think. Pittsburgh Steelers win 27-16. They get it done. And yeah, Steelers win. So yeah, those are all our predictions. Make sure to comment, rate, subscribe. And yeah, the Packers Beast recap. Uh show will be after the Packers game. So make sure to check that out. Anything else?
I'm just gonna hit it with one this time. Check out the Not So Silent Night world record breaking chicken wing eating contest coming up on December 20th. I just found out I'm going to be part of that. Shout out Kyle Kruger with chicken dipping. But I will be taking in that for mental health awareness.
All right. That is it, guys. We are out. I am the S Ultimate Goku. He's the Reigning 48. We're out of here. Peace. See you next week.